Welcome, Taurus and Taurus cross watchers, to your to your love reading for this week. So as always, please take this as it resonates and always use your intuition when making decisions about your life, because this is a general reading. And cross watchers, you're welcome to flip the roles if that resonates better with you. So thank you everyone for already then for stopping by my channel today. I hope you guys sorry, that goes there. I hope you guys are having a great day and that you've had a great start to your week. For those of you, if you are looking for a private reading with me, my email is below in the description box. So those are open again. So, Taurus, I actually feel like your person seems to have withdrawn from you here. I feel like it feels like they're really shutting you out. I feel like this person may be giving attention to other people. I feel like they are, it's strange. It's, dang. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry. With this, like the lamb came out reversed and the lion came out upright, and it came out at the same, or these two cards came out like this at the same time. So I do feel that while this person's intentions may not be ominous with you, it doesn't feel like they intend to hurt you, but it does feel like they are retreating from this connection. It feels like they're very cutthroat when it comes to what's going on with them right now. I feel like you may see them as a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing. And I feel that there's obviously more to their story. I feel like there's quite a bit more that's going on with them. I feel like this might be somebody that it's like there's certain expectations on them to have more than one person on the go, you know what I mean? It's almost like maybe they're an older, it does feel, may not be the actual situation, but it feels like this person has an older male relative that either set the standard of having more than one person, or has a certain expectation of your person to have a partner and then also have someone extra, if you will. And I feel like to a certain extent, your person seems to be kind of grappling with all of that. I feel like it's almost like they're kind of looking off into the distance, trying to figure out where they go from here, how they're going to, it's almost like they have to decide who they're going to be. And I feel to a certain extent that they seem to feel that they are, I don't feel, okay, I'm just going to spit it out here. I don't feel that this person sees you as a match. I feel like they see you as more of a lamb than a lion. I feel like this person sees you as somebody that is, I'm not saying that you are, okay? This is just what I'm feeling from your person. They seem to see you as weak, a bit needy, somebody that would be a drain on them. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are, okay? But I feel like that's how they see you, or at least how they are choosing to see you, so that they can do what's necessary here. It's almost like they're trying to look at you like, oh, well, Taurus was too needy anyway. So it's almost this energy of that's what they're saying to themselves, so that they can walk away, so that they can feel like they're doing the right thing. I feel like it's almost like it's killing them to do it. But for whatever reason, I feel like this person seems to feel that they have to do something. It's like maybe there's some sort of protocol or expectation when it comes to family responsibilities with your person, in terms of like fulfilling their role. You know what I mean? It's almost that energy of them having to take over the family business, but it's more related to love. And it just feels like your person, it's almost like they seem to be turning off the, if their heart and loving someone was a faucet, they seem to feel like they're in an energy where they have to turn that off right now. And it's almost like that seems to be the easiest way to cope with turning away from you. I want to say from denying this connection. I I think that this person really, um, you may have seen kind of like this quick about face, like this quick change in their behavior. And I feel like it's more that they seem to have been, I want to say, playing in a sandbox too far from home. And now they're kind of having to turn around and face the music. And I feel like they seem to want to just walk away from everything that they've been around, because I feel like whatever phase of their life they feel they're about to enter, it doesn't feel like it's them. And it's almost like it's going to be easier for them to be a different kind of person, for them to be the person they're going to have to be if they let go of everything and everyone that knows who they were or who they actually are. You know what I mean? It's like it'll be a lot more easy, or it'll be a lot easier to pretend that they are a cold-hearted SOB with a new group of people rather than trying to convince ones that it's like if they have been more of a like a Leo, like a gregarious sort of open-hearted, big-hearted leader, that big heart, I feel like they see it as it's a liability. So in your person's headspace here, we have the Eight of Cups. Um, I mean, listen, man, I feel like it's breaking this person's heart to do what they're doing here. I feel like um, it does feel that they are losing you, of course, but it also feels like they are like accepting their fate here. I feel like they're, because they're accepting something that they don't want out of duty and obligation, um, it actually feels like to this person, I feel like part of them is trying to look at it as like a cleansing experience. Um, but I feel like as they kind of move into this energy, it's like the further they move into this energy that betrays who they are, I feel like the more unrest, and it's almost like the more depressed almost they start to feel. So in your person's heart space here, we have the King of Swords. Listen, I'm not trying to like garner sympathy for this person. I'm just reading the energy in the cards. And the King of Swords talks about someone that is a brilliant strategist, or like a military tactical sort of person. And I feel here that your person seems to feel like at the end of the day, maybe they're not doing what feels good, but they feel like they're doing what feels right. I feel like they see it as they're doing something that's been their responsibility all along, that they knew they would have to turn around and um, accept. It's almost like part of them seems to be hoping that it might not turn out that way. But I feel like the longer that they're focused on having to move towards that, I feel like the more they seem to just accept that that's what it's going to be like. And I feel like the more they seem to let go of the possibility of this working out. And then finally, their actions or intentions towards you, we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups can sometimes talk about celebration. It can sometimes talk about, getting together with friends and celebrating something. And I feel like this person may be doing that with some people to a certain extent. Um, but it feels really empty. And I feel like your person is putting themselves in a place where they're learning to celebrate while they're empty, while the things around them don't mean anything to them. And it's almost like they're trying to fill a hole. It's like they're trying to fill up a, strainer that you kind of pour pasta into. It's like they're trying to fill up a strainer with water. It's not going to happen. It needs to be something different. And I feel like they know that, and but them kind of turning off the faucet of their heart seems to be, it's almost like they might not know how else to do this. So on your end here, Taurus, we have the bear, otter, and the deer. So I feel like this person, it's like if they kind of felt that you were just the deer, you know what I mean? They maybe felt that you, not that you were, a sheep and following somebody, but I feel like to a certain extent that this person really didn't give credit where credit is due. It's like, of course, as a Taurus, and this is stereotyping Tauruses, but you guys are usually very compassionate creatures, very kind, very loving. And I feel like this person, it's not that you don't have the capability to be, a lion, a tiger, a bear sort of thing. It's just that isn't the biggest part of you. That isn't the face that you present to the world, and not the mask, but it's like it isn't the biggest part of your personality. Make no friggin' mistake, okay? It's still there. But it isn't the biggest part of who you are. And I actually feel that this person really underestimated you. I feel that you really did love this person. I feel like you may still be thinking that this is going to kind of get smoothed over. Not that you're sitting around waiting for this person, but I feel like you're trying to almost get their attention so that, and not in a like chasey sort of way, okay? It feels like you don't want to leave it like this. You kind of want to clear the air. I feel like you want to let this person, um, it's almost like you know that they are going to be living an existence that's not going to make them happy. And I feel like, the most compassionate side of you seems to be looking at them like, don't do it, don't do it. You're not going to be happy. Because it's like, it's all over their face that they're unhappy. Um, it actually feels like your person, now please don't get too caught up on the genders, okay? But it's like your person actually may be an emperor, but they're moving, it's like they're not divine masculine because they're blocking the flow, right? So it's like because it's almost like they're going against what would truly make them happy in order to fulfill this duty to others, or kind of like in order to serve other people. So they seem to feel that like, yes, it's a noble cause. But I feel like even in that, they know that that's kind of some BS here. You know what I mean? They seem to know that whatever it is that they're doing here, I feel like they know that they are, whatever they've done, they have ended things with you. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have, that they fully broke up with you, but I feel like whatever they did here to be dismissive towards you, that's not gonna, that's not gonna work for you. Your card is the Empress, right? So we have the Empress reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles is what's in your headspace. So I feel like the situation with this person, it does hurt you that they're choosing this over you. I feel like you, and not that, you sat around waiting for them to decide what your life was going to be like. I actually feel that you may not have known that this was coming down the pipe, or it's like if you did know, I feel like they may have told you something about it, but they didn't give you the details. They didn't tell you what it was going to be like. I feel like they didn't think that it would be as swift and sudden as it was. And it's almost like it was just easier to cut off contact. And I feel with it's like in that it was, it's easier to cut off contact. It's easier to just turn off their heart than it is to look at what's really going on. So what's in your headspace? I feel like you kind of seem to be observing the situation, not because you're wanting them to choose you or pine after you or whatever. I feel like you're trying to figure out what the hell just happened. It's more like an observational energy. You're trying to get all of the nuances from like nonverbal communication and the situation, so that when you go into the healing process, which that's what you're doing or you are about to do, you don't want to feel like there's any unanswered questions. And because you're not getting any information from this person, I feel like you're going to get the information through observation. So that does not feel like you're, stacking them on, Facebook or whatever. I know nobody uses Facebook anymore, but you know what I mean? So I feel like you're just trying to look at the situation, and I feel like you're trying to take this person at face value. It's like, despite the fact that you know that they would rather be with you, they're not making that choice. And so you're looking at it like, well, that's, unfortunate and it's hurtful, but you're not sticking around to convince this person otherwise. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not Taurus-y Empress energy, right? So I feel like you're choosing your self-respect. You're choosing to just kind of accept that this is the way that it is, that this person is turning their back on you. And it's almost like, this is, if you're this deer, I don't know if you can see, but there's the thing here. I feel like this green yellow energy, it's almost like it's starting to close. And I feel like you're just about to kind of duck out here. That's kind of how it feels. So in your heart space, we have the 9 of Cups. I mean, yes, you're disappointed that this person is leaving, but I actually feel that you have an easier time with the healing than this person does, because you're not afraid of it. Because I feel like that it's like you're not making the decision to walk away from something that you love, to leave what you want behind. This person made that decision. So I feel like from your perspective, it's like you're not making the decision. You have to accept the circumstances, but you are not in a position where people are going to kind of bend and break your will to what they want. And it's not a knock on this person, okay? It's not their will has been bent or broken. I feel like they're accepting it as their duty. And with this card here, I feel like you seem to be reverting rather quickly, actually, into this self-love. I'm gonna take care of myself. And it's not that sometimes people get into that energy and they talk about it so much because it's like they're trying to prove to everybody that they're fine, when in actuality, the fact that they're trying to prove it is the biggest sign that they're not fine. And I actually feel like you seem to quit. They're kind of put yourself into almost a quiet, dignified sort of energy, because it's like you don't need people to validate you. You don't need people to come in and tell you that you're this or you're that. It's like you don't need people to pump your gas. Maybe you need to, vent to people that are important to you, but I don't feel that you need to go around getting other people to fill your cup. You have enough cups of your own. I feel like you wanted to share with this person. They made a choice that is hurting them more than it's hurting you, but you're not chasing them. So finally, your actions or intentions towards this person. It's the Two of Cups. Hold on for a second. I feel like, listen, it does feel like you don't really want to let go of this person. I mean, of course, right? But I feel like you do spend some time kind of grieving this connection. I feel like there may be times where you, it's almost like if you're at home alone and you hear someone go to open the door, and maybe the two of you live together, and it's like you're conditioned to thinking that that was your person, or like maybe they came over at the same time every week. I'm hearing like they came over at 7 o'clock for dinner and a movie or something like that. But whatever it was, there are certain things in your life that have conditioned you to that, like, okay, well, that's this person. You know what I mean? And I feel like it does feel like it's a hurtful process to let all of that go. And I feel like there's times when you're doing that healing, releasing, that you wish it wasn't like this. Not that you're running into da 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 or like change anything or whatever, but it does hurt. And at the end of the day, I feel like you really see this as this person is throwing away what could have been a lot more than you feel that they saw it as. We need a clarifier on this Two of Cups. Taurus. The Ace of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so and then the Ace of Wands under that. Okay. I feel like you haven't let go of the goal of having someone in your life that's going to be there for you, that you're going to have, a fulfilling and intimate connection with. And it's not just physical intimacy, right? It's that where the two of you are on each other's team. I feel like you seem to, hold on for a second. It's almost like you're not attached to this person. You are attached to what you're looking for in your life, or the kind of relationship that you want. And I feel like, you're not doing it to be mean or nasty or diminutive to this person, but it's kind of like you have to start erasing them from that vision. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's just this process of letting go of certain memories and certain idiosyncrasies that this person had that you seem to really enjoy, because you do want something stable. It's like, if this person can't give you what you want, cool, no problem. You're not going to, kick up a big fuss or, beg anybody to stay. But you also are not going to be around someone that can so callously throw the relationship aside. It's almost like you seem to, through this experience, I feel like you're tapping into that stable beginning where the two of you work together again. It's like you're reminding yourself of what it is that you truly want, so you can let go of someone that I don't really want to even say this. So you can let go of someone that maybe the potential was there, but I feel like for what, the reasons that the cards have been talking about here, they felt they weren't able to make that choice. So I do feel here, Taurus, that you may be throwing yourself into a bit of a new endeavor. I feel like when this person makes this choice, I feel like you seem to have a choice. It's like either you could stay focused on this person, or I actually feel like there's a new beginning for you. It may not be a relationship sort of thing. I actually feel like it's something else. Hearing like in an apartment building somehow. But whatever it is, you seem to have an opportunity here, and you are not going to miss this opportunity. Hold on for a second. it's like you're just not going to punish yourself by missing that opportunity because of what happened with this person. So I think I'll leave it there, Taurus. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful and brought you some clarity. I do want to say, of course, the mini weeklies will be out on Sunday, and then next week I will start up with the singles and new love reads, where it's the next person for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and then an overall singles read. So, with that said, I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.